For decades, Air India Flight 171 has remained one of aviation's most haunting and perplexing mysteries, a story that continues to baffle experts and haunt the memories of those connected to it. On what seemed like an ordinary clear day, a massive Boeing 747 simply vanished over the vast expanse of the Arabian Sea. No distress call, no warning, just silence as the aircraft disappeared into the clouds and was lost from radar. The investigation that followed managed to recover some wreckage and the flight recorders, but hopes for answers quickly faded. The data was badly corrupted, offering only fragments and leaving investigators with more questions than solutions. Families waited anxiously for news, clinging to hope, but were left with nothing but unanswered questions. The world speculated endlessly. Was it pilot error, a sudden mechanical failure, or perhaps something even more mysterious? The crew was highly experienced. The weather was calm and clear, and the aircraft had passed all maintenance checks. Everything seemed routine, yet disaster struck without warning, defying all logic and expectation. The search operation was massive, involving ships, planes, and divers scouring the sea for any sign of the missing jet. But the wreckage that was found only deepened the confusion, providing no clear explanation for the tragedy. The cockpit voice recorder was little more than a mess of static and garbled sounds. The flight data recorder was warped and unreliable, its information nearly impossible to decipher. After months of painstaking investigation, the official report could only conclude one thing: the cause of the crash was undetermined, leaving the case shrouded in uncertainty. For the 213 souls on board and for their grieving families, it was a second tragedy. Not only had they lost loved ones, but they were also denied closure, left with only memories and a lifetime of questions. The mystery of Air India 171 became a ghost story whispered in aviation circles, a chilling reminder that even in an age of technology, some answers remain forever out of reach. The case was officially closed, but the silence and uncertainty lingered, echoing through the halls of aviation history. The enigma of Air India 171 seemed sealed forever, locked away in the archives of unsolved mysteries, its secrets fading with each passing year. To truly grasp the weight of this tragedy, we must delve deeper into the lives of those involved. We must remember the people, each with their own stories and dreams. In the cockpit was Captain Rajesh Khanna, a veteran pilot with decades of experience, and First Officer Anjali Sharma, a rising star in the aviation world, both calm, skilled, and deeply trusted by their peers. The cabin crew, a harmonious blend of seasoned professionals and youthful energy, were meticulously trained for any emergency. Among the passengers were families, business travelers, students, newlyweds, and engineers, each carrying dreams and loved ones waiting for their safe return. Their loss was more than a number. It was a tapestry of vibrant lives, dreams, and futures cut tragically short. Decades later, Dr. Aris Thorne, a renowned MIT material scientist with a passion for uncovering truths, and Lena Petrova, a veteran NTSB investigator known for her tenacity, led a new probe into the mystery. Armed with cutting-edge technology unimaginable at the time of the crash, they sought answers the original team couldn't find. The first investigators did all they could, meticulously mapping debris and analyzing parts, but were limited by the technology of their era. Their detailed, if inconclusive, work preserved crucial evidence for future investigators to build upon. The fight for answers was not just a quest for truth, but a fight to honor every life lost in the tragedy. The silence of the crew in those final moments became the most perplexing and haunting part of the mystery. The new team was determined to break that silence, to uncover the truth hidden in the echoes of the past. The search for truth was about to begin anew, with hope and determination lighting the way forward. Air India Flight 171 was meant to be routine, Mumbai to London, a flagship route. The Boeing 747, Queen of the Skies, was prepped with care. Maintenance logs were spotless, passengers boarded, settling in for a long journey, unaware of what lay ahead. At 11:15 a.m., the jet lifted off, banking over the Mumbai coastline. The first hour was uneventful, cruising at 30,000 feet, calm voices on the radio, nothing amiss. The crew made routine calls, the plane performed flawlessly. No hint of trouble, no sign of distress. It was in this safest phase of flight that disaster struck. The journey, so ordinary, was about to be shattered. In moments, routine would give way to chaos. The unthinkable was about to unfold. Without warning, disaster began in the forward cargo hold. A single latch, weakened by a tiny fracture, failed, releasing a container of industrial lithium batteries. As batteries tumbled, one was punctured, triggering a violent thermal runaway. A jet of fire erupted, igniting cargo and starting an inferno beneath the cabin. The fire spread rapidly, weakening the aircraft's floor beams. The pilots, alerted by a fire warning, faced a nightmare. The suppression system was useless against a lithium fire. Within minutes, the floor collapsed, severing critical flight control cables. The crew lost all control. The 747 pitched violently nose down. The aircraft broke apart under stress, plunging into the sea. The entire sequence, from latch failure to breakup, took less than 4 minutes. The crew fought until the very end, but the odds were impossible. The tragedy was swift, silent, and total. The aftermath brought only confusion. Why no Mayday? Why such sudden silence from an experienced crew? Theories ranged from bombs to decompression, but the evidence didn't fit. Wreckage showed fire damage, but the timeline was unclear. The flight recorders were corrupted, crucial minutes lost, data fragmented. With no clear cause, speculation flourished, casting shadows over the crew. Conspiracy theories grew in the absence of answers. The official report's open verdict became a symbol of technological limits. For families and investigators, the mystery was a wound that would not heal. Decades later, technology offered hope. Dr. Thorne's team pioneered acoustic forensics, analyzing the background noise on the damaged cockpit recorder. Advanced algorithms filtered static, searching for hidden clues in the hums and clicks. They found a low-frequency vibration, evidence of the fire suppression system activating. This proved the crew was fighting a fire, not caught by surprise. Next, sharp metallic sounds matched batteries striking the cargo bay floor. The sequence was clear. Fire started, suppression activated, cargo loose. The silent recording finally spoke, revealing the hidden chain of events. Theories of bombs or pilot error faded. The real story was emerging. Science was giving voice to the lost. While Thorne's team decoded the CVR, Lena Petrova's group tackled the damaged flight data recorder. Using high-resolution magnetic scanning, they recovered 90% of the lost data. For the first time, investigators had a second-by-second timeline of the plane's final moments. The data showed a minor yaw, then a spike in cargo hold temperature, confirming the fire. The autopilot stayed engaged as the crew fought the emergency. The fire suppression system activated, matching the CVR's evidence. In the final seconds, all tail control data vanished. At the same instant, the CVR registered a tearing sound. The floor collapse had severed the control cables. The crew wasn't silent by choice. Their controls were gone in an instant. The plane was no longer flyable. It was falling. The digital ghosts of the recorders finally revealed the truth. The mystery was no longer unsolvable. The mechanics of tragedy were now clear. Solving the Air India 171 mystery changed aviation forever. The danger of lithium battery fires became undeniable. Regulations for shipping them were tightened worldwide. Aircraft design evolved. Critical control systems are now routed separately, and fly-by-wire replaced vulnerable cables. Fire suppression systems were reimagined to combat chemical fires like those from lithium batteries. The original investigators' careful preservation of evidence made the breakthrough possible. Acoustic forensics and advanced data recovery are now standard tools for accident investigations. The tragedy became a catalyst for safety, ensuring future flights are better protected. Every lesson learned honors those lost. The ghost of Flight 171 gave investigators new ways to hear and see the past. Fewer mysteries remain unsolved because of these advances. The legacy of Flight 171 is safety for all who fly. Today, the story of Air India Flight 171 is finally complete. After years of questions and uncertainty, the final pieces have come together, bringing long-awaited answers to a tragedy that once seemed shrouded in mystery. The tragedy was not caused by a bomb or pilot error, as many once feared. but by a chain reaction set off by a single faulty latch. This small mechanical failure triggered a series of events that no one could have predicted, changing countless lives in an instant. The crew fought heroically, not silently. Their actions in those final moments are now fully understood and deeply honored. Their professionalism and courage under pressure have become a lasting example for aviators everywhere. The truth brings closure to families who waited for answers, and it clears the crew's name, allowing their memory to be celebrated rather than questioned. The lessons learned from this disaster have made aviation safer for everyone. New protocols, improved designs, and rigorous inspections now protect every passenger and crew member who steps onto a plane. Every flight today benefits from the changes inspired by this disaster. The legacy of Flight 171 lives on in every safe takeoff and landing, in every family reunited at the arrivals gate. The story is a testament to science, perseverance, and the relentless search for answers. Investigators and engineers worked tirelessly, refusing to give up until the truth was found. The voices lost to tragedy now speak through technology and investigation. Their final words and actions, preserved in black boxes, have guided improvements that save lives today. The mystery is no longer about the unknown, but about progress and remembrance. Each discovery honors those lost and ensures their story leads to a better future. The legacy is twofold: a memorial to those lost and a safer future for all who fly. Their memory inspires vigilance and compassion in the skies. The final chapter is written, not with speculation, but with certainty, backed by evidence and the dedication of countless experts. Air India 171's story is now one of truth, closure, and hope for the skies ahead. Its lessons will continue to guide us, ensuring that out of tragedy, progress and safety always rise.